credit is due, it was actually A.J. Williams from Aquinas with that 7-yard run to end the third quarter. Team Georgia with a 10-point lead and was about to face a 3rd and 3.
Replay it down.
We'll head in reverse.
Team South Carolina outgained Team Georgia in that quarter 64-12, but did not manage to gain any ground in the on the scoreboard. Still trailing by 10 as Gooch comes to the game, the athlete from Westside High School at the top of your screen.
The 3rd and 8 now. Need to get to the 31-yard line. Team South Carolina needing another stop. Tried to set up a screen, and that's going to fall incomplete, and it'll be a kicking situation. Yeah, Williams didn't get a chance to get turned around.
I'm a little surprised we haven't seen more Hawkins as well as he started the game. You know, less than 10 carries. I think he's got about 7 carries in the game.
Time for our QBs by the quarter for quarter number 3, presented by Culpeper Ace Hardware.
Well, Noah Bell, 8 of 11, 154 yards and a touchdown passing for Team South Carolina. He's also run the ball 3 times for 6 yards. Craig Pender, 7 of 9 for 73 yards. So combined, those two kids, 15 of 20 for 227 yards. For Team Georgia, Cade Yeomans, 5 of 6 passing, 56 yards. He's run for 14. Donovan Anthony's run for 24, and he is 1 of 2 passing. That one completion, a 21-yard touchdown. That's your QBs by the quarter, brought to you by Culpeper Ace Hardware in Evans.
Well, South Carolina came after it, but still going to get great field position. In fact, will take over inside Georgia territory at the 49-yard line. So time once again for our Stump AB trivia question. You whiffed on the first one.
Am I going to go 0 for 2
well,
at the Border Bowl?
On Game Night Live, we only do 1. It's a special game, so special occasion. We do 2 trivia questions for Border Bowl. Question number 2. On Team South Carolina, this is a tough one. I'm going to admit this is a tough one. On Team South Carolina, there is a player who is the 3rd member of his family to be selected for Border Bowl. Give you a minute to think about that.
All right.
As Team South Carolina takes over at the Georgia 49-yard line.
Am I allowed to look at the roster?
Sure.
Okay.
Knock yourself out. Quick one to Williams. Yeah, we talked so much about Saluda winning its first state championship since 1963. Batesburg-Leesville actually beat Saluda 28-24 back on November the 1st. Second and 8. Noah Bell back in from Saluda. And he's got a man open at the 20-yard line.
Jay Baker.
It is Jay Baker from Strom Thurmond. Touchdown, South Carolina. 47 yards. Bell to Baker.
Had 12 touchdown catches in the regular season. And I'm sure he's pretty excited to have that one.
We got a ball game here.
Yeah, Baker had the big catch where he would have been down about the 1 or 2 yard line that was called back. So got ourselves a game. Noah Bell with another touchdown.
Platt to try to pull Team South Carolina within a field goal. (20-17). Somehow this game always does this to us in the 4th quarter. So let's catch our breath and get down to Matt Lane with an Augusta Auto Auction sideline report.
Thank you, John. That's right. We're joined on the field by our friends from Stars and Strikes. Hannah Hicks, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Another excellent game. The rains held off, you were saying earlier. Do you really enjoy high school football?
I do. I'm from South Carolina, so of course I'm pulling for Team South Carolina.
I love it. Well, tell folks where Stars and Strikes is located and what exactly you guys offer.
So we are located at 3238 Rice Road. We offer a full restaurant, a full bar, the arcade, 24 bowling lanes, laser tag, bumper cars, and an escape room.
And I know the obvious busy times would be the weekends or whenever school's not in session, but I know you guys also do some daily specials.
We do. We have Unlimited Tuesday. It's $10.99 unlimited games or bowling, and then you can add bumper cars and laser tag onto that as well.
Very cool. Any certain promos or stuff coming up with the with different holidays soon approaching?
Yeah, so Martin Luther King Day is in a couple weeks, and we're doing for everyone that comes in and buys a game of bowling, you get a $5 arcade card, as well as laser tag is buy one, get one half off.
A terrific place. Been there for work, had our corporate party there, and then been there on my own, so I can definitely attest to great Stars and Stripes. Want to thank Hannah Hicks for joining us once again. Back to you, John.
I want to hear about some of those trips there on your own, Matt Lane, but
Me too.
so Team Georgia lead cut now to 3, and a very dramatic 11 minutes and 4 seconds. AB ahead of us, I would imagine.
Well, like I said, they always seem to come down to the wire. We've had so many good games in this contest over the years, and it looks like we've got another one here.
Donovan Anthony back in at quarterback, and this is the aforementioned Jerry Hawkins, the big man from Screven County, powering his way up the middle. I do want to mention about Jerry Hawkins. He talked to me last night at our Border Bowl dinner. He wanted us to make a mention that he is playing this game for his dad, who could not be here today, who is hopefully tuning in on WJBF or on WJBF.com. But Pops, Gary is out here playing for you today and playing very well.
Well, he's running hard, that's for sure.
There he is again.
You just can't tackle him. The first guy's not going to get it.
No.
I mean, Charles Hammond did everything right there. You just can't bring him down, by yourself. You need help. I mean, get a look at those thighs right there.
Still picked up 1.
That's big boy football. Rushed for over 1,800 yards, 23 touchdowns. And the Augusta Chronicle Area Player of the Year for Georgia. Region Player of the Year.
You mentioned you were surprised that he hadn't gotten more carries in that third quarter. This may be a case where Joel Ingram is just going to feed the beast, try to milk the clock. Here is Anthony, who their flag flies in. And Anthony's going to get up to the 36-yard line, but this looks to come back.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a holding call.
Holding
500-yard
on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay the down.
500-yard rusher for Washington Wilkes this season. So instead of 3rd and 2, it'll be 3rd and 7. Maybe 3rd and 10, all the way back to the original line of scrimmage.
There's 2 big targets on the top of your screen there. Andrew Mays, 6'4", 205, 210, and then you got Eshawn Mays, who has a touchdown earlier in this game. Mays, 6'2", about 220, 6'3", in that range. Big targets for Donovan Anthony.
3rd and 13. Anthony just going to be eaten alive, and guess who? Deshaun Watson.
He is an outstanding football player. He is always around the ball. I mean, it doesn't matter where the play happens and where he's lined up. I mean, look where he wasn't even in the screen, and then all of a sudden he makes the play.
That was 3-on-3 violence right there.
And look at this. Team South Carolina is going to get the ball. They
How
should
about
get
that?
really good field position.
You come after it?
I don't know. Your offense is playing pretty good. Maybe you set up a return. He's punting into the wind already.
And Team South Carolina will let it roll at the 45-yard line. So Georgia, or say the Carolina team, will take over at the 45-yard line, its own 45-yard line.
Judson Pickett, the punter there, also outstanding in the classroom. We mentioned a little earlier, Briggs Curse from Barnwell was our South Carolina scholar. Our Georgia scholar, 3-time all-region punter from Richmond Academy, outstanding kicker as well, Judson Pickett. Congratulations, our Georgia scholar of the game for Border Bowl VII.
Nathan handed me a note here. Deshaun Watson now with 6 tackles and 2 sacks today.
Yeah, he and Simeon Barrow are definitely standouts in this game. When you stand out in an all-star game, you're something special, and those two guys have done it today. And it looks like they're going to come back with Noah Bell, who has been one of the two real stars offensively in this game for Team South Carolina.
And going to give to Stanley Hill from Strom Thurmond for a couple. And for those of you who aren't regular viewers of Game Night Live, maybe but you're at your own game on Friday nights during the fall, we name our McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game at the conclusion of each game. And a lot of nominees today. Deshaun Watson certainly in that mix. Dalian Creech if Team South Carolina were to come back and win here. And Team Georgia, of course, Simeon Barrow has been a beast all day.
Yeah, Noah Bell also piling up numbers. Had that touchdown a moment ago. Now he's looking again.
The little David Green play. Oh, and what a grab! Keshawn Williams, are you kidding me?
What a catch. Wow. I got a feeling we're going to see that for years to come. Ridge Johnson's kind of clamoring with the official for an offensive pass interference, but what a play. Let's see if we can get that shot. What a catch. I believe we've got it right here. Yeah, Bell going downfield, and watch this catch.
Wow. 32 yards from Noah Bell to Keshawn Williams, and Team South Carolina
on the offense
had the ball.
5-yard penalty.
As good as Creech has been, Noah Bell starting to say, wait a second, don't give out that offensive player of the year or player of the game just yet for our team. He's got over 200 yards passing now, a couple of touchdowns. And remember, if I'm not mistaken, was he the quarterback on the long one that was, he was the quarterback on the long one that was called back as well. He's now 11 of 14, wow. 235 yards and 2 scores.
Well, again, we said he puts up Joe Burrow-type numbers, and he's doing just that. Here he lowers his head and his shoulder and gets back inside the 20-yard line.
He's just a football player, man. I love his makeup. Outstanding talent. And he ran into a tough kid there, Ridge Johnson, the lacrosse signee for Notre Dame.
On the stop, number 31, Swainsboro's David Davis.
Team South Carolina trailed by 10 at the half, cut it to 7 on the last drive. And here's Noah Bell trying to pull his team from behind.
That was Jay Baker on the catch.
Picked up with about 3 or 4.
And keep in mind, Dallin Wright, who had 17 touchdown catches from Saluda, is not playing in the game today. That's his favorite target. So he's found Dalian Creech, Jay Baker, Jesse Sanders, other guys around the state of South Carolina. And look who's in on offense right now as one of the blockers, Deshaun Watson from Barnwell.
Interesting.
And Collier Sullivan is back in at running back.
And it is Sullivan getting the call.
The quarterback kept it.
Was Bell. Needed 2. It looks like they're going to mark him just short.
He faked it to Collier Sullivan and kind of just ran right behind him. And based on the spot, he might be just short.
Well, looks like we might have a measurement. So some TV time for the Chain Gang for the first time today. And a chance for us to remind you that we will be, again, picking our McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game. And that part of that ceremony will be our very own Brendan Robertson, who is down on the field right now for an Augusta Auto Auction sideline report.
Guys, I picked the right time to walk over to the Team South Carolina sideline. Right in front of me, I saw that Deshaun Watson hit on Donovan Anthony, immediately followed by that incredible catch from Keshawn Williams to set up where they at right now. And we're going to grab one of those South Carolina players and have an interview for you coming up after the next commercial break. Back to you.
All right, Brendan, and they did measure, and indeed, South Carolina about an inch short. So Ken Nugent, one call, that's all moment for Brian Thomas, and he is going to leave the offense on the field. They would be kicking with the wind to tie, but you don't come to all-star games to tie.
Not at all.
Bell.
He's following Deshaun Watson and Jesse Sanders. And
it will be a first down.
Nathan just gave me an amazing stat.
Hit
Team
me.
Georgia, was it 26 or 23?
9 offensive plays,
29 offensive plays?
9 offensive
Oh,
plays,
9.
Only 17 yards.
9 offensive plays for Team Georgia and 17 yards in the entire second half.
That's a halftime adjustment right there.
Team South Carolina is keeping the football away from them.
And they have it first and goal, down 3, 5 minutes to play. Bell will keep again and get thrown to the turf to Calvin Williams from Screven County again.
Wow, Calvin Williams. It's almost like he threw him underground.
Loss of a yard.
I mean, Noah Bell's a big quarterback. And watch this. Williams just says, no, sir. Whoa. John Arneman right there as well, but Williams with a big play. Team Georgia, you're trying to hold them to, trying to at least make them kick a field goal or get a turnover here. You don't want to give up that score the way the offense has struggled here in the second half.
Second and goal from the 10. Bell wants to throw this time. Touchdown!
Dalian
Your man, Dalian Creech.
Second TD of the game. That's the one he dropped earlier. This time he holds on to it. And South Carolina is in the lead. That's the third touchdown pass for Bell. 2 of them have gone to Dalian Creech.
Team South Carolina comes from 10 down to take a 4-point lead. Or I should say a 3-point lead with Platt on to try to make it a 4-point lead.
I mean, Noah Bell, all he does is win football games and score touchdowns. Good Lord, 153 in his high school career, 3rd most in South Carolina history.
Offside.
You talk about
On
capping
defense.
off a season and a career, John. You win a state title, you account for 6 touchdowns in the championship game. Then you come to Border Bowl, 3 touchdown passes, and you have your team leading, bringing them back from a 10-point halftime deficit.
You're going to be so proud of yourself if he wins the McDonald's offensive
Well, I'm
player.
talking about Noah Bell right now. But
That's
if Creech,
true.
If
Good
Creech,
point.
If Creech, hey, look, my prediction on Creech and Poole were good. I'm going to pat myself on the back. I think I'm going 0 for 2 in trivia, so I've got to cling to something.
Platt to put South Carolina up 4. And it is blocked! You can't return that in the All-Star game.
Hey,
And that was Tay Brown
that keeps it a 3-point game.
from Lincoln County who got in there. So, we got a finish for you folks. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left. Your score, 23-20. Team South Carolina leads. Team Georgia with the football next.
Welcome back to what is building up to be a classic Border Bowl. Team South Carolina taking the lead up now, 23-20. And I'm here with Barnwell linebacker Deshaun Watson. You've been doing it all out there. Just laid a huge hit on Donovan Anthony. Then we see you on the offensive line over there. What's it been like playing in this game today?
It felt awesome. Just play hard and fast to get to the ball. The coach tell us all the time.
I saw your head coach Dwayne Garrett's been leading, coordinating the defense over there. What have you guys been doing to attack this Team Georgia offense? Only 17 yards, I believe, on 9 plays in the second half.
Well, at halftime he told us to play hard because we wasn't physical. He said start playing hard. We got it. Ready.
All right, you're going to make your decision in February. Some schools are going to be very lucky to land you. Good luck in the rest of the game.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, guys, back up to you.
All right, Brendan, 23-20. Boy, this game never disappoints, AB.
Well, that young man, Deshaun Watson, over the years of covering football, you won't find a better defensive player than that kid. Over 170 tackles this year. He's come out ready to play today, and he's given the ball back to the offense over and over again. Again, just 9 offensive plays for Team Georgia this half, and that's allowed, quarterback Noah Bell to engineer a couple of nice scoring drives. And the numbers for Noah Bell and Dalian Creech. Noah Bell, 13 of 16 passing, 250 yards and 3 touchdowns. Dalian Creech, 10 catches, 188 yards. That would be a Border Bowl record, that 188, and 2 touchdowns.
So Georgia will be 80 yards away from it, and again, going into the wind if kicking a field goal to try and tie became part of the equation.
Yeah, they've got one of the best kickers in the state. However, he missed a field goal early and has missed an extra point, both going in this direction. So that would be big if Georgia's able to get a drive together and go for a field goal. There's still 4 minutes, 10 seconds left. Time to drive down the field. Donovan Anthony is in at quarterback.
And Gary Hawkins back with him out of Screven County in the backfield. And they get to Hawkins. And that's about the only way one person is going to bring Hawkins down.
Yeah, excellent job by David Neal. The difference, as well as, you know, Donovan Anthony and Cade Yeomans are, you know, are as well as they played all year. The difference today in the game to me has been the quarterback play. Noah Bell has been outstanding. And really, for that matter, Craig Pender has been pretty good as well. And
South Carolina is going to do Georgia a favor.
Offside. On defense.
that'll set up
5-yard penalty.
second down.
Replay it
at
down.
about four, yeah. As Nathan, again, with the stat, they have not gotten a first down in this half. And you look at the first drive, remember how easily they were moving the football down the field. Team South Carolina has made adjustments, and that's what they're doing right now. You see them yelling instructions to their kids.
Trying to set up the screen for Kurt Smith, and just blown up by Joshua Pixley out of Strong Thurman. He's had a whale of a ball game.
He had a monster game on Game Night Live, remember? Return to interception for a touchdown, was our defensive player of the game when we were at Strom Thurmond, and there Pixley made a heck of a play because it looked like there was some running room for Kurt Smith there.
And he had 4 tackles in the first half, add another here. 3rd and 6, and a big third down for Team Georgia.
Huge play. Huge play in this game.
Anthony trying to draw him off.
Somebody's got to step up for Georgia. And make
It'll be
a play.
Hawkins. He's going to be close. And it's going to be real close. They're going to go ahead and say first down. Boy, the official came in on the far side and spotted it right on the marker. But it's first down.
Well, that shows you the faith they have in Hawkins. 3rd and 6 with really the game on the line, and you run the ball. They had the one pass play, the touchdown early. Other than that, they haven't been able to go downfield throwing the ball.
Well, that tells you they figure he's going to get 5 or 6 yards on every time he touches the ball.
Well, Hawkins is out. A.J. Williams is in. Team Georgia, just 2 minutes and 12 seconds left to get down the field here.
2 timeouts left.
They got a long way to go, though.
And the clock continues to run.
And really, the passing quarterback of the 2 would probably be Yeomans, and he's not in the game right now. They're going with Anthony.
Can Anthony, the Army commit, bring Georgia back? He'll use his legs, bounces off the first man, and will finally be gang tackled at the 34-yard line. Heck of an effort by Donovan Anthony. Now some pushing and shoving after the play. Stars and Strikes replay.
Again, this is not your normal all-star game. These kids want to win, and the Team South Carolina kids seem to play with a little more of a chip on their shoulder than Georgia. And Team Georgia's starting to get that chip now that they've lost 3 in a row.
So Team Georgia takes a timeout to talk about it. It'll be 2nd and 5, and time for us to give you the answer to the Stump AB trivia question. AB, which member of Team South Carolina is the 3rd member of his family to be selected for Border Bowl?
Well, I came down to 3 players. Donovan Bush of Silver Bluff, and then 2 Strom Thurmond kids, Jaheim Mathis and Justin Williams. And I am going to go with Justin Williams of Strom Thurmond.
Nathan Edwards also says Williams. And the answer is
Butler.
Bayless Butler from South Aiken.
that.
I said that was a difficult one. His brother Tyshawn played in Border Bowl 5. His brother Trevon played in the first Border Bowl back in 2014.
Wow.
Tre'Vayus Butler had met his family last night at the dinner. They're very, very proud as you can imagine.
I knew there was one other Williams from Strom Thurmond last year, but I didn't know if they were related. So.
0 for 2 today. I'm proud of myself.
0 for 2.
Let's get an Augusta Auto Auction sideline
Hey,
report real quick with Brendan Robertson.
Did I tell you about my sleeper?
I just talked to Team Georgia kicker Maddox Hankinson, asked him what his number was. He said 35, as in a 35-yard field goal, not the 35-yard line. Back to you.
There you go. So
all right, B-Robs.
With that wind, this is a kid that made 3 from 42 and beyond this year.
Yeah,
so that wind playing a factor. That's Poole took a hit from Watson.
Poole and Watson is just all over the field for Team South Carolina.
It is like he just appears wherever the ball is. I mean, they run to the left, he's there. They throw to the right, he's there.
Got 4 on the play, so this is going to bring up yet another big third down. And at this point, with 97 seconds left, it's 2-down territory, either way you slice it.
Yeah.
But
I tried Hawkins out there.
he's
AJ
not
Williams,
in the ball game.
No offense to Williams. I mean, Williams is a Division I running back, but Hawkins is just such a big load there.
Anthony will try to do it himself, and he will. Flag down.
Oh, he's still on his feet.
And he's still on his feet, but I think it's going to be all for naught. We'll catch the call.
It's going to be on Dunkel.
Holding on the
Ian
offense.
Dunkel from Harlan.
10-yard penalty. Replay the down.
That's the second one on him. All right, to take that back, that's Stavely from Jefferson County. My apologies to Dunkel.
So instead of a big first down for Team Georgia, it will be 3rd and about 9 now. Again, 2-down territory, 86 seconds left. Now less than that. Anthony looking to the sideline for the play call. Line to make is the 41-yard line. Poole incomplete. 4th down. And it all comes down to this. Team South Carolina down 10 at the half. As Team Georgia calls its final timeout. South Carolina down 20-10 at the half and just absolutely shut down this Georgia offense in the 3rd quarter and so far in this 4th quarter. To score 13 unanswered in the 2nd half and a 3-point lead with 63 seconds left to play. Don't forget our McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game. The debate is going on in our booth as we speak with so many great nominees. We'll have that for you after this. And don't forget, high school football still isn't over. For those of us here at WJBF News Channel 6, even after Border Bowl today, please join us for our All-CSRA Awards Show, our Football Friday Night Awards Show. That's coming your way live on WJBF on January the 29th. So mark your calendars, set your DVRs, or join us live. Brendan Robertson, Colin Cody, AB and I will be there as we name our All-CSRA teams, our offensive and defensive players of the year, our coach of the year, and the all-area player of the year, our version of the Heisman Trophy. That's January 29th, but right now it is 4th and 11. Yeoman's back in from Swainsboro, trying to keep hope alive for Georgia. Got to get to the 41, throwing for it. Incomplete. There is a flag. Watch the flag.
I think it's going to be defensive holding.
Team Georgia believes it is on South Carolina. Big call coming up here. Here's Dominic Eubanks with the verdict.
Prior to the pass. Holding on the defense. 10-yard penalty. Result of the play will be a first down.
Another life for Georgia. Hope lives. And Team South Carolina, which thought it had this thing wrapped up now, has to buckle the chin strap with 52 seconds left. Georgia at its own 42-yard line. Yeomans, the quarterback from Swainsboro. McGee, the running back from Burke County. Yeomans will throw. He will complete. It is Kurt Smith from Grovetown into South Carolina territory at the 45-yard line. Clock runs or moves down to 46.3 seconds. It'll stop as they move the chains. Now it starts, and they'll spike it and stop the clock.
You can't spike out of a shotgun.
And you can't spike out of a shotgun, and that's going to be a grounding call against Yeomans.
Grounding.
Yeah.
On the offense.
Well, 5 yards isn't the end of
At
the
that
world
point,
in
it didn't matter,
a position like this. They'd rather stop the clock.
You got to be up on the center.
While you've been doing the broadcast, John, thank you, there have been some stern
This
negotiations.
debate, I've watched this debate as I'm trying to watch the game.
On player of the game offensively for if South Carolina holds on, and I've even offered to chip in if we need to buy an extra trophy. Nathan said he'll chip in as well.
2nd and 15 from midfield. Screen for McGee. McGee with running room. Inside the 40, out of bounds. Clock stops at the 34-yard line.
Wow, what a finish.
36.8 seconds left. Georgia out of timeouts, 34 yards away from it. And remember, Brendan told us on the sidelines, anything longer than a 35-yard field goal, they probably not in the cards. Yeomans running. Out of bounds at the 32. Clock stops with 32. And a flag in late, another flag.
Needs to get to about the 18-yard line. Oh,
we do have a player hurt for Team South Carolina as well, shaken up a little bit. It was Trey Dean. He's
and
back.
The penalty is on Team Georgia.
And here's the call.
Personal foul. Late hit on offense. 15-yard penalty.
Oh,
Replay
that's
the-
huge. They were really in a spot where all they needed was about 12, 13 yards and to give their kicker a chance. Now, add 15 to that. Yeah, he's out at the 32. They needed 14 more yards in there, and it'd be a 35-yarder.
That's going to end up costing them 20 yards.
Yeah, and it was a late hit, number 60 for Team Georgia.
Jabari Brooks.
Yeah. And that's tough because Joel Ingram, that's his guy
Yeah.
from Washington County. But look, you're just playing aggressive. You're trying to make a play for your team. And
Brooks, 6'3", 295, committed to Samford, but costly penalty here.
yeah, one of the most decorated players in this game as far as awards in high school.
Yeomans tries to set something up for McGee, and he'll just be dragged out of bounds. And guess who, AB? You want to do the honors?
Yeah, Deshaun Watson, another tackle.
Clock stops 26.4, and this crowd that was at a fever pitch as Team Georgia was driving is now sort of, the air has been let out of the balloon after that penalty. But it's not over yet. 26.4 seconds left. It is 3rd and 20. They need to get all the way to the 24-yard line for a first down. Yeomans directing traffic. And incomplete. And once again, it all comes down to this for Georgia. Can they keep hope alive, or will Team South Carolina seal a 4th straight Border Bowl win?
That's amazing, especially when you consider how close the games have been. They've all come down to the wire, but Team South Carolina has found that way. And in the second half, it was a combination of Noah Bell throwing the football and their defense getting quick stops and getting Team Georgia off the field. And they didn't have a first down in this half until this possession. And there you see Hankinson continuing to get loose.
Will he get a chance? They need to get to the 18-yard line for that to happen. This is it for Team Georgia. A final prayer, and Yeomans will be stripped. Team Georgia recovers. It does not matter. Team South Carolina. The comeback kids make it 4 straight in the Border Bowl.
Charles Hammond stripped the football. Number 30, North Augusta standout. And Team Carolina will get the ball back.
9.1 seconds left, and South Carolina will line up in every football fan's favorite formation.
Well, this was a fantastic game.
Was it ever?
You had some great plays on both sides of the ball, both teams coming up with huge plays. I'm asking permission to give more awards.
So many deserving individuals, and again, we will try to narrow it down for you and award our McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game.
And I think we've just gotten the go-ahead to go with co-winners. And it's deserved.
This is unprecedented.
It is. Me and Nathan might be buying a trophy, but that's okay. I don't mind. These two kids both deserve it. Yeah, there's no way you leave one of them out. And you'll understand, folks, when we give out these stats, how do you leave one of the two out? Boy, the 3 stars showed up big time for Team South Carolina, the ones that will be winners today. And for Team Georgia, Simeon Barrow had a great game defensively. Offensively, I thought Hawkins was really good at times. Williams was good at times. He had a nice touchdown grab from Eshawn Mays, but in the end, Team South Carolina a little too much.
That will do it. South Carolina, 4-peats, 4 straight championships of the Border Bowl. Today's final, South Carolina 23, Georgia 20.
Well, all the kids, despite all the heated play, they're now, of course, celebrating with one another.
The post-game show is coming your way after this. We will name our McDonald's offensive and defensive players, plural, maybe on both sides of the football. After this, we'll hear from the winning coaches and players. All coming up on the post-game show. Border Bowl VII is in the books. South Carolina has done it once again, winning 23-20.